Hey guys, got another video for you. This time it's mounting an awning to my my setup on my truck. Been wanting to do this for quite some time and trying to figure out how to do it. Most awnings I saw out there are mounted on the side. I wanted to mount mine to the back of the truck. In my case, that's where a lot is going on. I've got the tailgate down. It's a surface that I work from. Everything is in the bed of the truck, so it just works out more conveniently to use that end of the truck setup. So I wanted an awning to be overhead. As I've showed in other videos, I have the iCamper Mini and I have the Annex. Annex has 3 little awnings at each entrance itself, so I've got plenty of coverage there, but I wanted something on the back of the truck that didn't interfere with the Annex when I was using the Annex. So, and also I wanted it to be tall enough. That was the other challenge, is when you mount an awning to the roof of a vehicle, it is usually plenty tall, but in my case, I'm not mounting to the roof, I'm mounting to the load bars off of the bed, so it's a little shorter. So I found a way to get some extra height. I'm pretty excited about this. I want to share it with you. Let's just take a look at my setup as I have it today. Again, I've got videos and all this. This is the side with the max tracks. You see the iCamper Mini. And then I purchased an extra load bar. You know, the way my iCamper Mini is set up is on the front runner load bars. And again, I've got videos on this. I had a lower profile in the beginning, and it really blocked my view and gave me limited space under here for storage. So I went with a taller. I found out they had a taller leg, went for it. So it's worked out great. Now just trying to figure out how to mount an awning to the back. And I purchased this extra leg and load bar for that purpose. And I was looking at 80/20 channel and other things to use to mount on top to get a little extra height. Well, it came to me the other day, I've got extra leg mounts of the shorter version that I thought I'd never use, and came up with the idea to mount these on top of the load bar. And this gives me the perfect height to mount the awning and mount it. It looks good. It's a good looking mount, obviously. And I think it's gonna work out great. So I got the awning in today. I'm gonna mount it. Now, for full disclosure, I contacted Front Runner. They don't support this type of a mount. They are saying that the legs are not designed to mount in a cantilever fashion and hold the weight. You know, they're designed as legs for load bars are mounted on each side. But I think it's gonna do fine. I really do. And I'm gonna go through the process of what I did to get this mounted in this fashion, and the installation of the awning. Anyway, excited about this. Let's get started. All right, so one thing about the hardware, different awning manufacturers supply different brackets. In my case, I just need something simple, an angle bracket. This is what came from Rome as far as the hardware. You've got 2 L brackets, you got some spacers, and then of course your bolts and nuts and washers hardware. That actually did not come with it. And a little wrench and some stakes, which we use to stake out the poles in the front. So that's what comes with it. This angle bracket is what I'm going to need, and the thing is, I'm probably gonna have to do some drilling because the odds of these holes matching up are pretty slim. So let's take a look. Okay. All right, so this is how I will mount it for the awning. This will mount to the back of the awning, and this will mount down here. I think that's all I'm going to need. And of course, one hole matches up, one hole doesn't. So I'll have to drill out, make this more of a slot, and that should work out just fine. So those 2 bolts should hold it very securely. And like I said, I'm gonna use 3 brackets across the width. The setup came with 2, so I'll have to go to Lowe's or something, get another bracket. And maybe get lucky and the holes will line up, we'll see. So that's the mount, that's what I'm gonna work with. So let's do some drilling and get this thing to work out. Okay, now that we have the hole slotted out on this bracket, not the perfect job, but it will do, it will do. So, I mean, you could file it some more and get it nice and even, but it really isn't gonna make any difference in the way it holds in there. So the main thing was to be able to mount this with 2 bolts. And I believe we're going to accomplish that here. So I'll put 1 in here. Went with a little bit heavier duty washer too than what they provided, just to be on the safe side. All right, so this will go in here. I'm actually using the black bolts that came with the front runner setup as well. Just a little picky, it matches a little bit better. I am really tight on that one, but it worked. Got through there. And there you go. And we'll just tighten that down. Okay. Then we'll put the other one on there. I'm not going to put you through the boredom of watching me do 2 brackets, so I will come back after I have these mounted and we'll put on the awning. Okay. Okay, now I've taken the awning, placed it up on the cover, my Diamondback bed cover, upside down. This will be my working surface now. So what you have is some channels on this back. I mean, it's a very simple mount. Just put 4, well, I've got 3 mounts up there, but right now I just have hardware for 2. I'm gonna try it with 2. I think that will hold it anyway. But just put 4 bolts in here to mount into these holes, 2 in each bracket. So the way this works is this little piece comes off, which opens up those grooves. And you just slide. I'm doing this unedited for the first time, so hopefully it's going to work out. Yes, there they go. So you go ahead and put 4 in there. Tell you what, this is when you realize in mid-June you wish you had air conditioning in your garage. It's about 85 degrees in here, and later at night, but it's still a little stuffy. All right, banks. Yeah, you're doing okay. All right, so we put our 4 screws in there, or nuts in there, I mean. And about where they should be. And then I'm just going to pull this, set this up here, mount it in with the 4 screws, tighten it in, and that'll be that. All right, let's see if we can do this. A lot easier with 2 people, of course, but right now I do not have that luxury. So let's give it a go here. All right, get all my hardware ready. All right, got my wrenches ready. Here we go. Got a little lucky there. Looks like it's going to go in very easily. There we go. Sometimes you do get a little lucky. Okay. Now I'll just tighten it down. It's a good thing about these channels where it holds the head of the bolt. You don't have to worry about using 2 wrenches to tighten it. So it makes it a lot easier to tighten down. Now what I want to do is not just kind of snug it in, but not get it too tight, because I need to adjust it side to side so I can make sure it's centered. So I just want to get it a little snug. I love these little ratcheting wrenches. They're very useful, very handy. Okay, let's get the measuring tape and let's see. Tell you what, that's pretty close. That is pretty close. I believe that's close enough. All right, so let's tighten it down. All right, that's pretty good. I think I am going to put that 3rd bracket on there. I'm going to go to Lowe's, see if I can get something similar. And it's pretty standard stuff. May have to drill a hole or 2 in it, but I think it's going to hold pretty good. Okay, so that is the way it looks on the truck. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I think the height is going to be good. And next, all we have to do is deploy it and see how it looks. Okay, had to regroup on the mounting of the awning. Didn't run into really any problems. It's just I didn't like the way it was mounted. It was kind of sticking out too far from the edge of the truck, so I figured for sun it would be fine, but for rain there was just a little bit of gap there that I wanted to cover up. So I had to redo it. I'm going to show you that. But more exciting, just got this in today. We'll be doing a review on that after I use it. The Jackery 1500 and 4 solar panels. So we'll be talking about that at some point. But anyway, back to the awning. So here's what I came up with. I showed you earlier the mount that I had. Here is what I have gone to now. Okay, so what I did basically was this bracket was flipped around and attachment point was right here, and the awning just stuck out a little too far. It just gapped right here, right near the edge of the cover was going to be kind of open, so I didn't want that. So basically what I did, I flipped them around. I also went to Lowe's and got some heavy-duty aluminum brackets. Since it's now going to be sitting on here and not suspended, I could go with a little less bracket. So anyway, I think that'll work out fairly well. And it was much easier to drill into these things. Drilling into the steel brackets was a nightmare unless you're set up for it. So this went very well. So, all right. Well, now the moment of truth. Let's get that thing mounted. All right, so here we have it. Finished product, mounted. I like it. I like this a lot better than the way I had it mounted originally. I think it's going to hold up well. Just tucked away there a little bit deeper. See from the side. And the height is just right. No higher than the tent. So no drag as far as aerodynamics or wind noise. I don't anticipate. I haven't driven yet with it. I also moved this this load bar in a little bit closer to, again, minimize the gap here. So if it's raining, I'll get less rain between the tent and the awning. So that was a thought there, but very happy with this. All right, well, let's get this thing out, see how it looks, see how it sets up with the tent. And I'm very excited about how this is really going to come together. So let's see. Okay, here we go. We're going to set this up, set up the awning with the rooftop tent. So I'm going to deploy the tent first. As I mentioned in another video, you must have your key or you're going to be out of luck. So this will be similar to a setup. So if you stopped in camp, this is about what you're looking for. As far as this is about it. It's pretty simple. The reason I got this rooftop tent, it's about as quick and easy as it gets. And the awning is almost as easy. A little bit more to the awning. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, because I have the awning now, I have to roll these small little overhead awnings, I guess you'd call them, over the little shade for the windows. I really am not going to be able to use them with this because the mounts, the flex rods mount below here. So I don't think there's a way I'm going to be able to use the overhead, the awnings for the windows. All right, so get this unzipped. Flip that over. Have a couple Velcro strips here. I like the height of this. I don't have to bend over when I'm under it. It's going to work out great. All right, so you raise this up. So here is the structure, the framework that goes along the side. Just want to extend that out somewhat. You twist it to lock it in place. Okay, and do the same with the other side. This is a little easier with two people, but you don't always have that luxury. Okay, so let those hang as you unroll. And you want to unroll this, and you roll it up the same way. It's not unrolling underneath or rolling it up under, not over. That way it fits in there the way it should. Okay, so now when you get to the end of this, these are your legs. That will pop down. Okay, again, just want to loosen them up, bring them down somewhat, tighten it back up. You can adjust them later. Okay, now you loosen each one of these back up, extend them all the way through. There we go. It's one side. And get the other. All right, there we go. All right, then you have little Velcro straps. Mount it to the poles. I'm not gonna strap every one of them, but you'll get the idea. This keeps it secure on the structure here. Okay, there we go. Obviously, if I was at a real camp, these would be your tie downs. And they have a nice little tensioner right here. A little similar to the iCamper setup as well. Okay, there you have it. Very simple, easy, quick to set up. One person can handle it, a little easier with two. Good clearance. I like the way this mount turned out. So really minimizing the gap between here, so when it is raining, and I might be able to do something kind of cool with this flap maybe. That would help as well. And that's it. So here's, the working surface. Thinking about getting a mountain hatch cover, still looking into that. They mount a little differently with a Raptor. They kind of mount on top of what I have here instead of replacing it, so I don't know how thrilled I am about that. I'm looking into that, but this is a good working area. You have everything that's in your truck. You have this surface up here with good clearance now, a loader, taller load bars. So this is gonna work out great. And of course, when I have the annex hooked to the tent, that kind of flares out as well in this area, and plenty of room. All right, so there you have it. The Rome Adventure awning, iCamper mini tent on the Ford Raptor. All right, that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Went through a few changes on this project, but it turned out great. I'm very pleased with the results, and I hope you found this video useful. If so, please like and subscribe. It always helps the channel, and we appreciate any comments and questions you have as well. I love answering those for you. So with that said, until next time, have fun out there.